Yo, so today we're going to be building a little shelf for my interface to go on, as well as a cable box just to clean up the setup a little bit and free up some desk space. So as you can see, I actually already built this a few months ago, but there's just one small issue. I did the math wrong and there's an 1.5 inch gap on this side and it really bothers me. It also allows the entire thing to kind of shift over and it's sitting on basically nothing, so it can almost fall, which is just really not good. The last thing I want to touch on before we get started is the keyboard stand I'm using. It's the Amazon Basics one. It's like 44 bucks, but overall it's a really great product because you can really build around it. So as you can see, I've built this shelf and a little stand for my pedals to go on. So I really personalized this and made it fit to what I need. So it's really great product. Also with the stand, it has these little holes on the side all the way down. So you can go ahead and just bolt anything you make into it and make it super sturdy and super functional. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started building the new one. All right, so now that we're in the garage, we can go ahead and get started making this thing. So the only piece of wood you're gonna need for this is a 1x6 that's 8 feet long. I went ahead and went with a 10-foot one just because it was a lot straighter than all the 8-foot ones at Lowe's, but an 8-foot will give you enough length to do the entire shelf. And the reason we went with a 1x6 is, like I mentioned before, we're kind of building around this Amazon Basics keyboard stand, and I'll throw up a picture on screen, but 5.5 inches is actually the perfect distance between where the padding ends for the keyboard and the end of the actual stand. So a 1x6 just looks perfect. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw the cut list up on screen and then get started cutting everything down. Alright, so it's the next day and we're gonna go ahead and start staining this. So I have some pre-stain here and then some wood stain there. And I went with the honey color just because the espresso looked too dark to me. But going back, I think I would have gone with the espresso. But for now, we're just gonna use the honey because I looked fine on the last one. So we're gonna go ahead and do a light sand on all the wood that's gonna get stained. And then pre-stain, wait 15 minutes, and then stain it, and then wait until it's dry. And then throw a top coat on there, and then I'll probably leave it out overnight just because last time I did this, I brought it in way too early and it stunk up the entire room with like chemically stained smell. So I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Just go ahead and get started staining this. Alright, so now that that's finished, I'm just going to whip up a quick cable box from the old 1x6 that's already stained. So I'll probably just end up using like the top piece from the old one. And it's super weird because looking at both of them side by side, they look like the new one looks more orange and this one looks like darker. So I don't know if it was like a difference in the wood or how I stained it or something. But it didn't turn out as good as in the new time, but at least it'll fit in that space now, which is cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rip this down and just make a super simple box with like 2 holes in the sides to wrap cables through. Alright, so here's what the cable box ended up looking like. As you can see, it's not the best. I'm honestly probably not going to leave it stained because I didn't even have enough of the stained wood to finish this side. But what I did was just route the back side where the cables would be back. So I realized I didn't need to drill holes because there's no possible way it would get pushed up against the wall just because there's a backboard there, and I would have to take that off if I wanted to be flush with the wall or make a special cut around the backboard. And this isn't really that long term. It's just to go under the desk and hide the little power brick I got. So it's not that big of a deal. So I just make sure these edges are curved in case any cables are like super pressed up against it. And then I'm probably gonna leave this top disconnected for now because I did a 45 on it. So it just kind of sits in there. So in case I need to like reach down in and mess around or unplug or replug something, I'll probably just leave the top loose for now. But yeah, all that's left to do now is clean up in here and then go set it all up. Alright, so yeah, this is how it all turned out, and overall it looks pretty good. Looks just about the same, except there's no gap there like I said earlier. And here's a dog right here. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one maybe. I don't know, I haven't made a video in a year. This is my first time making a video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.